Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona, and welcome to another video. The day has finally come. We're tearing into the engine today to find out if it is the head or the block. So we're heading to Brandon's in South Phoenix, Whole Shop Performance DSM. He runs his business out of his house. Tear it apart there, see what's going on. This is the place where DSMs come to live again, right? Absolutely.
2 point, 2 point.
Dude, socks and sandals, nice.
Yeah, dude, that'd be comfortable.
Fashion setter here.
It's an old school.
SRS?
Yeah.
Nice. This is a conversion then?
Yeah, this one's all-wheel drive.
Nice.
Because once I get all the parts in this, I'll probably sell this one.
So it's for sale?
Eventually, because I have the built motor there. I got the built trans I'm going to throw in here because it needs a transmission and a motor.
All right, we'll find you a buyer here. Hit me up. Going in for surgery. I bet you're just so excited to spend the day tearing into this thing.
I don't think it'll take that long.
Sounds good. I cleaned it up the other day.
Are you up for keeping your cruise control, or do you?
I'd like to keep it if I can. Yeah.
Okay.
How big of a deal is it?
It's not. But your throttle response, the drivability of the car is way better
Without it?
Without it.
Really?
Yeah, the stutter and all that shit. Because all of this right here, that sits in here, you lose some of the drivability with it. That's why I offer to take it out while we have the head off, because it's easier to change while it's out.
Yeah. My Z doesn't have cruise, so I'd like to have one of the ladies to have cruise for like a longer trip if I could.
Yeah, not a problem. I just throwing it out there.
Sure. Current state, maybe. Next state. That thing is sweet. So the teardown's starting. Timing cover first.
Yeah, I want to see what the belt looks like.
It actually looks okay. I had it off after I bought it, but I mean, I don't know for sure. Actually looking.
I've yet to have a girlfriend last long enough.
You just got to find one that likes eclipses.
No, I had one that liked eclipses. I even built her one.
Did you get to keep it when it ended? That's right.
No, but I did sell it.
Yeah, you can't keep something like that around.
Yeah, no, I was like, well, it's not going to get driven. I'm going to sell this.
What color was it?
White. Is white with white wheels.
GST or GSX?
GST.
Right on.
I put a 2.4 in it and nitrous on it.
She know how to use the spray?
She never used it, but I did.
Yeah, with the white wheels. That's sweet. And then is that a red one behind it, or?
Yeah, well, that was one of my customers.
Right on.
And then mine.
You had the purple head on. Oh, I saw that one actually for sale. Oh, they're like identical.
That was still
Oh,
hers.
that was still hers.
And then mine. This was mine.
With the black wheels, nice. And that was the GST too?
Yeah, and then the motors were. Let's see, I got a picture of the motor here somewhere. I think I do. I thought I did.
That purple one is that one that I saw on Craigslist? Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, I've seen this car. This car was for sale.
Yeah.
It was just for sale a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy, see all that oil that's in there? Look at.
Nasty. That's from the...
That's from this getting sucked in, goes
That's
into the
blow-by.
turbo. So that's why I eliminate those.
Hit up these guys real quick about the catch can. The reason you wouldn't put a catch can on something like this is because there's not enough power, maybe not enough
The motor's not built to need it.
so just vent it.
Yeah, I mean, I just vent it. You're not going to be pushing off that much oil unless you have a bad motor. So,
Which maybe I do, and maybe that's why that looks like that.
and that's a possibility. I mean, but most of the time that's just your normal
Blow-by.
blow-by. That's not anything.
Should I coat that 1G blow-off valve or get a different one?
It's up to you. Whatever you decide you want to do. I mean, if you want to buy a different blow-off valve, but they're just so hard to find anymore.
I mean, is there any, like, that's like a stock flange on there, right? So,
Well, that's a stock 1G flange. So they have a stock Greddy flange as well.
so this one would fit a Greddy or not?
No,
No.
no.
So I'd have to track down a...
And that's why I say it's just going to depend on what you find and what you want to buy and what you want to spend on it and all that good stuff. So,
Is there a big difference in anything? Performance, safety for the turbo?
No, it's all pretty much the same.
I'll probably just keep that one then.
Yeah.
It sounds fine. Like it.
You can't really powder coat this one. You're going to have to hand paint it or spray paint it.
Okay. Because it can't get too hot.
Yeah, I wouldn't take a chance of ruining it, you know.
Sure.
If you look here, your factory bumper's not here, but if you look here, see how much bigger this would be compared to where your factory bumper, it's tiny.
Oh, so you open that up.
Yeah, I open it up to get more air, and so
Gotcha.
it takes off literally like 4 inches all the way around.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at that when I get...
And the factory bumper has a template. And I just use that template. These.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So what I do, this came off of a GS.
Mm-hmm.
So the space you have on your factory bumper is this small at the end.
Right.
So if you trim it all the way out to here, especially if you do that before you paint it,
Okay.
compared to...
I actually wasn't gonna paint the bumper because it's like in really good shape.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
I mean, I could trim it and
just be careful when you trim it.
keep it clean.
Well, when you trim it, the paint's gonna peel a little.
Yeah.
So you just have to trim it carefully. But it helps open up the air that goes into there,
For sure.
so that way it can breathe a little better. I like the fact that the cover allows the heat to escape.
Without the cover, it allows the heat to escape.
Yeah, without the cover.
Yeah, we can run no cover. That's fine.
And then I like the way it looks also. So it does two functions. Because then if you powder coat the cover, or if you powder coat the...
I was just gonna leave the cover black, to be honest.
No.
Or
Powder coat the gears.
oh, the gears to go with the intake, or the
Well, the color coat.
valve cover. So how many engines will this be once you've torn this one down?
Oh, dude, I lost count a long time ago.
Like over 100?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's all emissions?
No, it's Arizona. You don't need to warm up your throttle body here.
Oh, right.
But without the DSM link, you're gonna have idle air control issues. So
Yes, you need to get the
You
DSM.
gotta get a DSM link so that way you can control some of that.
Do I have to learn how to use that, or
No, I mean that's what I do.
that's what you do? Okay. And DSM Link plugs into the car, or is it just a program on a laptop, or?
Yeah, it's a program on a laptop, but you need to get an ECU that has the capability to be able to do so, or you can send them. Yours is a 99, so you probably have the black box, but you just got to pull the ECU out to confirm that.
Now I've seen a couple comments where people are like, you need DSM Link, you need ECM V3.
Yeah, that's.
Is it all the same thing? Okay. And should I buy that used, or should I just buy a brand new something from somewhere?
I would recommend new.
Okay. Extreme PSI has them then, or something?
No, you're gonna have to find an ECU that's a 2G ECU. I mean, a EEPROM ECU, or you're gonna have to send yours if you have a black box.
Okay.
So if you have a black box, you can send this one, and then they can.
Add it to it or something?
Yeah.
So it'd be stupid to replace the fans.
Well, it doesn't really benefit you. So I don't recommend changing them.
And the radiator too, is a
Yeah.
pretty good stock radiator.
Well, plastic dissipates heat better than the aluminum does. You can put your hand on it. If this was aluminum and you pop the hood,
Smoking hot.
yeah, put your hand on one and see which
No
one's
thanks.
cooler.
Yeah, no thanks.
A lot of
Boom. Smells good.
actually doesn't look bad considering.
It's gold, man.
Yeah, no sure, right? Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
The only thing that you would really see bad up here though would be like a cam bearing or something, or
Well, if I saw a rocker laying around,
yeah.
something like that, I mean, these are all pretty solid. So we'll know here shortly.
The little turby.
What is the, you know, this is like a T25, right? And you mentioned like a T28. That is not a brand. That's like a size or what is
Yeah,
that?
that's the size.
Okay. So this is a Mitsubishi OEM T25. But they make like a Garrett T25 and a whatever T25.
Yeah, they make different ones, different sizes and all that stuff.
So I'm probably going to stick with the T25, but have you done 16 Gs or whatever? Yeah.
I've done them, I don't really care for them. Flows more than a T25.
So
Mitsubishi traded volume for velocity.
But the 2Gs are a little, if you were stock for stock, it would be a little quicker than the 1G, right? Not necessarily.
That's debatable. There's a lot of different, I'd say factors for that one, dude. I don't know what you could actually say.
Well, stock for stock, because when they first came out, weren't they like, the 1Gs were like 200 horsepower, 190, and then when they wrapped these things up, they were around like 210, 215 supposedly.
Yeah, but the 1G was lighter.
The 1G was lighter.
Yeah, I think the 1G was lighter by like 200 pounds, so you're trading off weight for power. So that stud's broken.
Which one is it?
That one on the end here.
Oh, right there.
So
First problem we've really seen though, right?
no, it's not a problem. It's just
Something little.
something we'll need to fix.
I'm not ready to come out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've been here for a long time. I don't like change.
You are getting a new belt, right? Because I'm not putting that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Whatever you tell me, man. That's how you do it, boys.
When you're replacing the belt, of course.
Well, yeah, for sure.
But some people don't. Because I could tell you already need another auto tensioner. So there's no point in going in there without replacing all of that stuff regardless.
No, we'll do it. We'll do it right. I'm not gonna paint the whole thing. I'm just doing touch up.
I know, but even then, that's an investment that, personal preference.
Yeah, I don't want it to be too perfect, because if it's too perfect, then I won't be able to enjoy it. I'll just want to like, put the cover on it.
Yeah.
I want it to be nice, but not so nice where I'm not willing to drive it. So these are head stud bolts coming out?
Yep.
We're probably gonna know, right?
Yeah, we'll find out right now.
Oh boy. Moment of truth. I'm not a doctor. Tell me what you see.
Piston looks good.
I would be jacked if it's just the head.
Well, it may be your lucky day, sir.
So cool to see it open.
Yeah, look.
Ooh, there she is.
Right there.
So, what do you call that? That's a valve, obviously.
Burned a valve.
Burned a valve. All the other ones.
Well, this one's not closed all the way. So this one's probably bent.
Okay.
So, basic head rebuild.
Because this one was the dead cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
This one was low, maybe?
Yeah, that
if you
one
remember.
that was 80, right?
There was dead, half cylinder, and then two, meh.
Yeah. I mean, that's rare that you see that on a factory valve, but it took a 400 shot of nitrous to do that.
That must mean I have the strongest 4G63 stock block in the world.
I believe there's a good chance it's just the head, but I can't guarantee.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't expect you to make a guarantee. That's like predicting the price of gold in 10 years.
You're gonna need to buy the gaskets and everything else we're gonna need, head studs. Get it all back together and see what we go from there.
Okay.
This is not the best way to do this. This is just a...
Give you an idea, though, of the gap. Well, that's fine. I mean, we could go with an aftermarket valve, I think, as long as it's as good or better.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're just expensive.
Yeah. Nice.
Somebody replaced this injector.
Are they all replaced or just that one?
Just this one. Well, you want to make sure it's the right size and make sure they didn't put the wrong one in and cause the car to run lean, and that could
and that's what caused it.
That could have caused the burn valve. Possibly. There's a lot of different factors in there.
That would have been the cylinder? Probably. It was on the end.
That was the cylinder, yeah. You never know. I mean, they could have thrown that in thinking the injector was no good, and that's why the cylinder wasn't firing properly. But hole in a valve doesn't help.
It's like the Supra and the Skyline and stuff. I still think the Eclipse is aged better.
Yeah, Mitsubishi messed up when they stopped making this car.
Big time.
Especially when they got rid of the 4G63.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think they still make it, don't they? They just don't. Obviously, they make crossover SUVs. No, the 4G63 is done now.
4G63 ended in '99. The death of Mitsubishi and the death of the car all in one.
Yeah.
How many people do you see buy a Camaro and they didn't get rid of the LS? They didn't buy a Camaro because it's a Camaro in a sense. They bought it because
it had the LS and the
motor.
T56. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, so now there's brake cleaner in there. See how it's seeping?
Yeah.
So that's an indicator that the valve's not seating. Why it's not seating, it could be bent valve, could be dirty valves, you know, depending on what gunk is storing itself in there.
Sure.
So that makes me feel a little bit better.
If I don't do this, the boys will start commenting and being like, bro, you should have leaked down test or whatever we're doing here on cylinder 1. Maybe a tiny bit.
You got a little bit right there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Because that cylinder was what, 160?
Like 150, I think, or something. Yeah, it was the best cylinder out of all of them.
Yeah, dude. So hopefully I can hang this bitch or prevent like. Look, did you see that?
Need some injectors?
Yeah, so you're gonna want new injectors and ask them to get you all new
Seals or whatever.
everything. Yeah, just.
Anything online or Napa or what?
No. When you take it to have them cleaned,
Oh.
they should be able to get you both of these. So.
Even with this mismatched one?
Which mismatch?
Wasn't this one mismatched?
No, that's brand new. But I don't know when they flow them. Make sure it's the right flow
rate or whatever.
Rate, yeah, flow rate.
Okay. Sounds good. So the future for the car is probably kind of bleak, like the Eclipse itself, unless somebody comes along and starts
remaking all
the parts and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I highly doubt that'll happen. There's just not enough profit in it.
yeah.
I mean, what people would have to charge for intercooler piping or blow-off valves or anything for that matter. What they would have to charge.
Exhausts.
Yeah. I mean, there's a handful of them out there, you know, that still do it, but profit margins are bleak. People just aren't going to do it.
Car's waiting for a tow. Brandon, thank you for your help today.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate
Jose,
it.
appreciate the push. Boom.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one, all right? Okay, the tow truck picked up the Eclipse down in South Phoenix. It's bringing it up to North Phoenix now, kind of the area where I live, to a body shop. So I'm just gonna go there quick, make sure the car gets dropped off okay, show them everything I need painted, and then we should be good. Bringing the old girl into USA Collision. All right, she's all marked up for touch-up. Obviously the moldings, into the door handles, a couple spots inside the fender here, just little things, some paintless dent removal up here. But hopefully we'll be seeing her soon and looking a lot better than she looks right now. All right, guys, I think that will do it for today's video. Obviously, I learned a ton today about the 4G63T, tearing that thing down with Brandon. You know, part of me is really excited that it's just the head. Part of me is maybe a little bit bummed going down the rabbit hole of maybe a 4G64 or a built 4G63. Although it sounded expensive, you know, it did sound kind of fun. I think you guys would have really liked that. Not saying that won't happen yet, but for the time being, we're just gonna fix the head. So that's gonna take a couple weeks to, you know, order the parts, get the head sent off, get that put together. Obviously, we just dropped the car off at paint. That's gonna take a couple days. I'll probably bring you guys along for when I go pick that up so that you can see how the paint turned out. In the meantime, though, probably just gonna be playing with the 350Z a little bit more. So I appreciate you guys watching today's episode. Stay tuned for more. I'll catch you in the next one.